Mistral AI's large model is 20% cheaper than GPT-4 and its performance is closely matches with GPT-4 model. For most users, these slight differences in performance won't significantly impact their use cases, but the cost does. Given the competitive pricing, it seems likely that many developers will consider switching to Mistral AI. Some of the interesting features of Mistral AI is it has 32,000 tokens context window. It is natively fluent in English, French, Spanish, German, and Italian. Strong abilities in reasoning, knowledge, mathematics, and coding benchmarks. It natively supports for function calling and JSON mode. It's available through Microsoft Azure and Mistral AI platform. Let's create an API key first. You can go to mistral.ai, then you can click build now. So now you are in console.mistral.ai. Here you can click the API keys and create new key. You can name your key and also you can set some expiration date. This is quite helpful for hobby projects. Then you can click create key. After creating an API key, you can paste your API key in .environment file, which looks like this. You can create a name, Mistral underscore API key, and you can paste your key here. Then let's go to coding. So we have stored our API key in .environment file. To access the API key, we can use .environment library. Now let's do the installation of Mistral AI library. To install, you can use pip install Mistral AI. You can see it's already installed. Now we can import Mistral AI client from Mistral AI .client import Mistral client. Then we can import the chat message. So we have imported the chat message from Mistral AI.models.chat completion. We have imported this. So now let's get the key. Key is stored under the name Mistral underscore API underscore key. Our key is stored here. So now let's use the Mistral Large latest model. Model is Mistral Large latest. Now let's create client. So we have created the client. So now what we are going to do is we are going to use chat completion model. In chat completion model, we can pass some messages and we will get some response. So let's create a message. So we can set some role and content. So let's say top places to visit in Sydney. And let's close the bracket. This looks good. So we have created the message. Now we can pass the message to client.chat. Client.chat takes two things. One is model and messages. So now we are displaying the message as chat response.choices. And we are getting the first message .message.content. So here you can see the response. Took around 8 seconds. Now let's say you want to do streaming. We can do that. Chat completion with streaming. Let's get the stream response as client.chat stream. And here you can pass the model and messages. Now let's create a buffer. Then for each chunk in stream response, get the text. You can get the text by taking the choices. First index, then .delta, .content. Add it to the buffer. Then if text ends with any of these, we can print and we can reset the buffer. Then after the buffer, let's print the last one. If buffer, print buffer. Okay, let's run this. You will see the response as it comes. You can see it here. It's loading. This is quite good. As you can see, the response and streaming. Got it? Now let's look into JSON mode. So let's say you want to find the tourist attractions, just the name, and you want to find the distance between each location from Opera House. So you want the response as a JSON. In the JSON, you will have some key and some value. So let's use JSON mode to get the response in more structured way. So this is not super structured. We can extract by name using some parsing, but if you use JSON mode, we can get some structured data from unstructured. So let's get that. And my messages is, what are the top 10 tourist attractions in Sydney? Return the attraction name and distance from Opera House in JSON format. Now we are creating the client.chat. Here you can pass the model, then messages. And the most important thing is you have to set the type as JSON object. Once it's done, you will get the response as JSON. So here you can see the response. This is JSON and this is very well structured. You can see the attraction is key and there is a list. In the list, we have a dictionary of name and distance from Opera House. So this is quite convenient. In my next video, we will learn about function calling in Mistral API. Thanks for watching.